are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And in recent seasons, he's really elevated his game and become one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL when he's out there leading his squad. He completed over 72% of his passes last season, which led the league, and he's looking to be even better in this season.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Jalen Waddle. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 39.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Up the middle, Achane. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. You talk about this Washington defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Waller taking it in over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run, Achane. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. One more time with Achane. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line, down at the 2. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Here's Tua. That's caught by Waller out left side. Touchdown, Dolphins. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 37, here's second down and a yard. They'll run here with a rookie. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
Ready? Brings up second and 3. Come on. 19.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else. Play action, now it's Daniels. Throw outside, McCaffrey's got it. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So the ball on the 30, here's second and 4.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Throwing now is Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's Daniels. And he is caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
First down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
A lot of people call it a toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
A loss of a yard
go.
Daniels looking to throw. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of the season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
A run straight ahead with Achane. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And they'll try the option on first and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive ends right in his face because...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2 in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Now a handoff running through the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on a first down run, and it's second and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and kept it free.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Washington
first down.
19, driver, 19.
32-yard line.
Now Daniels. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
19, 19, 20.
To the air goes Daniels. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. So now here come the Dolphins. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He'll dump this off to Achane. And running with power here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
23 yards on the tuck and run. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that will be incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Taking a shot for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So these two, halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
To throw is Daniels. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Crack all 80.
They go play action. Daniels steps away to his left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10.
Get up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Daniels. Down there right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line.
And a Commander's first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Commanders are back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And as we play here in the month of November, he's putting together a campaign to remember, the NFL's leader amongst wideouts in touchdown receptions. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Now to him. Throw caught by Achane. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Now the first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The kicker here, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. On the handoff, it's Achane. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll try and run for this with Wright. But he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Wright, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrusted with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
Come on, come on.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he gets this over across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Open man is Jerome Jennings.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
They'll run on 1st down with Wright.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now he'll escape to his right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 38. Now Tua going to keep it running left. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Tua going to give this to Wright.
Bust through the tackle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll go again here with Wright.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
A give up the middle to Wright.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Wright, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Jason Sanders.
Sanders on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
That last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw. Daniels. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's three for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down. Play action, now it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way in for the Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Oh, good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Here we go, here we go. Right, go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's good for a Washington first down.
Play action, now it's Daniels. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On first down, they'll start out with Wright. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
It's Hill, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's a run by Wright. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Dolphins first down.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go right back to right. To about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by